Welcome back to another episode of Different Walk Serious Talks. You're back here with Keisha, Autumn, Farah, and Jessica. And this week we'll be talking about travel. So we'll be talking about our travel styles. We're going to talk a bit about whether racism shapes the way we travel, or should we stay in the country that we're currently in if we have experienced racism or we're experiencing it, and do we have a duty to do so? We'll also talk about our favorite travel destinations and a bit of bucket list destinations. Does anybody want to start out with your?
For me, I'm just a get up and go kind of girl, or I could plan it. It works either way. I just love traveling. So, sometimes if you have a free weekend, you might think I could drive 5 or 6 hours and rent a hotel room for the night wherever I land, and maybe they'll have a water park or a nice beach or a nice museum. Well, not beaches for me, but that's more for y'all. But yeah, so but it's also good to plan. Like we planned when we went to Jamaica or the Dominican Republic, and we got those all inclusives and drinks were free and the food was amazing. So planning could be nice, but also winging it sometimes could be nice for me. I know everybody's different.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. What about you, Keisha?
I love a plan. I love a good plan. I love a little Google Doc itinerary. I was fortunate enough to do a couple of trips over the summer, and each one had its own little cute little thumbnail. But yeah, each day was kind of planned out. But I also like to leave room to kind of bum it because when you first get to your destination, sometimes you're just tired. I'm not gonna lie, I'm always tired. So I'm like, okay, for that first day, I'm gonna lay down and then I'm gonna eat, you know, and then
Yeah,
day two, we're gonna get started. But I love a good plan. I love a good itinerary because I don't want to miss anything.
I'm a planner as well.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm sort of in the middle. I'll plan some things and then sometimes I won't. So Farah's been with me on quite a few vacations. So sometimes we have it planned out, especially when it makes sense to do so. So when we traveled from uh, Florida to California, we had to be in California to take a flight to Hawaii to see Keisha by a certain date. So that was very much planned out. We knew, how long it was going to take to get to each destination from here to there. But we've also gone to when we went to Puerto Rico, we just kind of had a loose thought process of like things that we wanted to do and what kind of vacation we wanted. So that's kind of, it depends on who I'm going with, where I'm going, and what the objective is. Is it just to go and relax and take a load off, or is it to like really experience that area and take in the sights? So, uh,
And it also makes a difference when who comes with you because if you have children, you might want to look for more stuff for children. If you
Oh, you
have
got to
older
plan for
people, you might
kids.
want some relaxation spa type of stuff. When I was younger, we used to look for clubs and all the places to party. So, with different age comes different type of traveling. I know some people like to party no matter where they go. My mom, she always likes to dance, and no matter where we go, we have to find some type of dance place. Especially on cruises, she loves to go on step, boy. So, it's nice to have somewhere to dance. We all love to dance, and when there's not somewhere to dance, we most likely will just party in the hotel room.
There you
So
go. I have
that's
a
something
sidebar
everyone's always
question
look for.
though.
Uh-huh.
I have a sidebar question because you said, on the cruises, mommy likes to step. I think it was Carnival or somebody said you can't do the fan dance anymore. They said it's too much clickety clacking. Did mommy hear about that? How did she feel?
Wait, why? Are you not allowed
it's
to
a whole
do other
thing.
dances as well?
It's
Because
a
there's a bunch of clapping and square dancing, so I don't get it.
Mm,
No,
no,
people
they
are
said square dance
people
is
are
fine.
being pretty aggressive with the fans. So it's
You have
Oh,
to
are
make
they
it
getting
do the
violent?
thing. You got
yeah,
to make it clack.
yeah,
It's
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 a
Well, I
important.
dance.
mean, just don't get too close.
No,
People do
girl,
whole
they
flips
banned
and
it.
square dancing. You don't
It's
see
a
They
the
bit
sure
trucks
do.
to
much.
get to the curb.
You
It's a bit
right.
much.
Like,
It
come
they
on,
they
be
do it
careful.
so hard that some of their fans break. Like they
That's
do
what
it so
that's what I
hard
would
Then
that
aim
charge
like
people
for.
medical
That
fees instead
that's
of
what I would
banning
need.
something altogether. Make people pay for it. Consequences. Look, you can't even come to this ballroom, but don't ban the whole thing. What's
Yeah.
the
well
what's the
the
deal?
dance can happen. They can't do the fans with it.
Yeah, but
So
that's
you
what
can
I'm
do the
saying. Why even ban the
That's
fans?
part of the dance.
It's
It's
part of
part
the
of the
dance,
ban.
yeah. So you're
They should
taking away
say
part of
you
the
can
dance.
use the
So why
fan,
not
but you
just
have to
ban the
buy
person?
our custom quieter fan to send it.
With velvet at the end, so that it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not so much as a clack, it's more of like a
Yeah,
thump, you know what I'm saying? A little slack, if you will. Yes, yes.
it's a lot. So
Okay,
Oh,
I was
I
just
don't
wondering
know
if
any
mommy
reaction
knew.
because I don't know if she knows because I don't be paying attention. I didn't
Well,
even know
don't
that they
tell her
had
because I
this.
don't want her to get upset. Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
I mean, with our current administration and how it's going right now, we're not really doing anything international. So until
Yeah.
basically for the next 3 years, that we have
We're
left,
staying in the
three
States.
and some years, we're staying in the States because
There's a lot to do.
it's almost dangerous. So
Yeah. And they say the same thing about cruises too. There's no like health inspectors over the cruises, so only heaven knows what's going on some of these boats. So it's
So y'all
crazy to
gonna
think
stop
about.
living your lives just because of this current administration.
well, I think there's a lot to do even stateside. Like we have the size of the United States, it would encompass several countries. So
Yeah.
I think there's so much to see and do, and we have places that are almost fringe to what you would see in the continental United States. So you can go to Alaska, you can go to Hawaii, you can go to Puerto Rico, you can go to Guam. So these
Colorado.
are you know
I
Yeah.
Colorado,
visited
which
Why
is
Colorado. It
so
has
scared?
all those
different than
big
Florida.
towers with all the nice design.
Yeah.
Would you be scared to leave? If anything, this would be
Well,
the perfect time to get out.
I think
You
it's a
get
little
out.
bit of nuance because of the whole ICE immigration thing. Like where I am currently, there's a lot of people from Micronesia. And somebody was telling me recently that this woman had gone back to Micronesia to lay a loved one to rest. And she is a mom of like 6 kids. And on her way back, she stopped in Guam and they said, "Oh, well, you had parking tickets, so you can't come back to mainland USA." And she was like, "My kids start school in a couple of weeks. Like, I have to get home." And they're like, "So sorry." And they sent her back to Micronesia. So
And they've
it's
already
really
tried
sad
to
and it's
send mommy back
unfortunate,
before
but
when we were younger. So we don't want to take that chance because we've
yeah,
already
it
had that
really boils
family
down to a safety
Well, that's
thing.
the nuance here. I think that is a lot different than most Black Americans. So a lot of Black Americans have like their family is from here for generations. So of course they came over, they were persecuted against, but their family, even
Are
being
natives to this
enslaved,
land.
they've been here for a long time, for several generations. Three of us on this podcast are first generation Americans. So our parents were not born here. So if we go outside of the United States with our parents, there is a possibility that they will lose papers because there are people who they've already said that they're removing from registers, and my mom lost her naturalization papers years ago. Her purse got stolen, and it took her years just then to get the paperwork back because they lost lots of the documents. So a lot of those weren't transferred to digital files. And so with that being the case, already knowing how difficult it was prior to the current temperature of the United States, yes, it's scary. It's scary
Yeah.
that my mother would get sent back to where she doesn't know anybody that still lives in Haiti. She has been here for 40 years. So she's been here. My mom is what year are we in? She's 62. She came here when she
62.
was she came here when she was what, 15, 16. So she has lived her entire life here, but
She
she
came here
could
when
be
she was 14 and she was born in 63.
so that it is scary. And so yes, we have changed the style of travel that we do right now. We are not we're not going to take that risk because it doesn't make sense to do so. And there's a lot of people who are like, well, if she doesn't do anything illegal, then no, that's not how it's working right
Yeah.
now. People are
Like that
people are
poor
being
Micronesian woman. She
exactly.
had an outstanding parking ticket and they're like, "Sorry, your visa's been revoked for a parking ticket."
And it
You
doesn't there
might not
doesn't
even
even need to be a parking ticket. People
yeah.
they'll just say, well, we can't verify anything. And
Mhm.
well, can I go verify something? No. So it does impact the type of travel that we do for now. Of course, we are international travelers. We love to go and see the world and see what's going out on outside of our little box. So we're going to continue, but we have to do so safely. So
Yeah.
mhm. So
But there's a lot to do in the United States because they almost every state has a water park and everything has something for kids. All of them have museums and art places. You wouldn't believe how many places there are in some of these cities because when we first started traveling all up and down the United States, because we've been to a lot of places, I didn't know there was so much in the United States because you hear about these towns where they're all little and they don't have nothing. That's a lie. We're from a little town. There's Canopy Lake, which is a theme park. Almost everybody has a theme park. So you just don't know.
Do you know what I'm going to add to my traveling itinerary moving forward? Drag shows and drag brunch. I
yeah,
did one in Vegas, lost my mind and my
yes.
money. I was like, here, just take it all, just have it. Oh
We
my
went to
god,
one in Key West. It was fun. It was so fun.
so much fun. So yeah, I want to see what every city, state has in their drag community. That's what I'm trying to see.
And the food.
And
Some of these
food.
Dude,
places, the food is
always.
ridiculous. There was this place in Carlsbad, New Mexico. I don't even remember
That
what
was really
kind of
good.
food or where like what. I don't know if it was Mexican, Italian. I don't know if it was American. All I can remember is I want to go back to Carlsbad, New Mexico because they have good food.
That's
Mm,
actually because it was a buffet.
What is it?
And it's the best
We need
buffet
to
I've
go
ever
back.
been to. Like honestly, I don't know if it still is. Don't take my word for it. But we stopped
It's
there.
somewhere by the cave.
Yes, we went to Carlsbad Caverns, which if you haven't been, it actually is pretty amazing. Even when we started, we were like, we're going 700 some feet down underneath the earth. That sounds crazy, but we did, and it was awesome.
It didn't even seem
The
like
caves
it.
were awesome.
And I
Yeah,
have
so
right.
health
tell
issues
us,
and we were nervous.
We were.
And I
yeah.
didn't even have any issues with my health issues.
Yeah, and I
So
have
yeah.
asthma, so I was nervous about that too, the drop, the change, but we had no issues. It was kind of cold, but it was amazing. The sights were really cool.
There was luminescent bugs and stuff inside the caves. And were there bats?
Yeah,
I can't remember if that one was the one with bats.
Bet you
But
there are some
it's
bats in
pretty to
there.
look at.
Yeah, I
I think
bet there
it
are
was
some
there
bats in
was a
there.
One thing I
bat.
do
I'm pretty
appreciate
sure.
is they have these I can't remember what they're called because I want to call them banisters, but I know they're not banisters. But they basically block you off from falling down the cave.
Oh, that's very
So
thoughtful of them. I
you
like
can go
it.
down without being nervous. Of course, you still have to be careful because there's places where you could probably fall to your death if you're not careful. But as long as you're following the rules, you're good.
Do you see Autumn's face? Autumn's
I
not
mean,
going. Autumn said,
well,
no,
that's the
thank you.
thing. You could die at Disney if you won't pay if you ain't
This
listening.
is true. Because people fall off of rides all the time.
Yeah, mostly
Yeah,
people who are not listening.
yeah,
Like I'm not saying that like they're 100% like perfect. However, the vast majority of people who get hurt in places that like it's because they're doing something they're not supposed to do.
yeah.
Trying to retrieve an item that they weren't supposed to have on the ride in the first place.
Or
Trying
trying
to
to
go
get that
under
perfect
roller
selfie.
coasters.
The perfect
Yeah.
selfie. That's it.
So many
Yeah.
selfie related deaths. So sad. But you
Yeah.
guys kind of sound like you're a little adventurous when you go traveling. You're little adventurers
Funny
when
enough,
you're on the
I'm
road.
actually not adventurous, but I will try something if there's people with me.
Okay.
Like we went to some waterfall and I was so scared to get in that river because I don't do bodies of water. Oh dear Jesus. I have some kind of weird pheromones where animals and fish and stuff love me and they all want to attack me and stuff. So I try
I
to
was in
stay out
Puerto
of
Rico.
bodies of water. No, we when we got in the fish, we're like right to my feet. I'm like, dear Jesus. Jessica's like, it's okay, come on.
I'm like, it's fine. Like
For eating,
they're
you're alive.
they're eating our dead skin. They're like, that's really it,
Feet came out brand new like a baby's.
right?
This is wonderful. You got a little spa treatment. What you mad
Shining,
for, Farrah? I don't
right?
understand. The little spa.
Mm. See that
Yeah.
See, that's how that crab got stuck to my toe. That's how I got stung by a stingray.
Oh,
There's so many different stories I could tell you about bodies of water. It's
Lord.
ridiculous.
Oh
And
my
not even
goodness.
just bodies of water. Animals in general, when we're on vacation, they love to come chill with me. They be like,
That's
hey,
beautiful
you
because
you
you got a
been on the
beautiful
beach? Let me be with
spirit.
you. Yeah, just chill on my shoulder.
You a Disney
Yeah.
princess. That's all. You
Right?
little
I
Disney
I feel
princess.
like that's
Woo.
it. Like you're a Disney princess.
Yeah,
So
well,
Um,
I don't have their
fine.
bravery because I'm like,
the animals be like, dang, what's the problem? You the one with the pheromones. You told me to come here.
What's the most luxurious thing that you guys have done on vacation? Like you were like, I'm gonna treat myself.
Usually love me a good spa day. I love when you get in there and you just spend a good, doggone near 8 hour shift. You go in, the sun is up. By the time you leave, the sun is down. That's where I'm trying to be, where they will
Okay.
scrub every part of you. And you got a little sauna or something.
I have never done it.
You have to one day before you leave this green earth. You have to book a whole full spa day. Get you a little
When,
massage in
where did you
there.
get your best one?
So I'm not gonna lie, I love the one that's actually up the street from me at the Four Seasons here in Hawaii. Now I've gone to the Aulani Resort, which is the Disney resort here, and somebody told me, "Oh, that one's so much better." I disagree. No disrespect to Disney and Aulani and them, but the Four Seasons, oh, I go there now. It's like tradition. I go there every single birthday. If I don't go on my birthday not complete. I'll be kind of mad. I'll be kind of salty. So I just take my
I
butt
have to
there.
say
I
the
go.
Ritz. Have you ever been to the Ritz?
I'm trying to think if I've been to the Ritz. I think
I've
Alex has
only
been.
ever
I don't
been
think I
once, and it was for a birthday, and they had the
all
spa. I had
kinds
the
of
spa
fancy.
treatment,
Good.
and when I say that, I didn't even know that spas could be this way. Like they scrubbed my body with some kind of mud, like all over. They washed me. It felt
Yeah.
so good.
The way you
And
said
then
it, they washed.
and yeah, they washed me all over, except for, they were like, ma'am, can you go ahead? And I'm like, okay, cool. And, afterwards, there was this nice, like, hot tub type experience after all the mud. And it was like, oh my gosh. And then they oiled
Yes.
me and gave me a massage and did my nuts, my nails, and my toes. And I think that's when I got my first facial. They were rubbing all up in my hair, and I didn't even care, girl. Normally I'd be like, oh, what are you doing? But it was like, and I was like, oh,
Because
yeah.
you get so relaxed.
Where, like,
All your guards
are you
come
talking about the
down.
Ritz in Orlando?
It's in Kissimmee, I think. Is it Orlando or is it Kissimmee? I don't know, but it is somewhere here in Florida, yes. But
Yeah.
I think y'all,
Yeah.
either you or Mike, got it for me for my birthday,
I mean,
and there
I
was
tend to get massages and that kind of stuff like
so
for
so nice.
birthdays. Actually, Keisha, I was wondering if that was the one that I sent you for a
It
couple years ago.
was.
That's
It was. And now I'm
that's great to hear.
addicted. I gotta get my
That's
money
great
every
to
year.
hear.
Couple times a year. And it's not even you can't even find them on Groupon no more. The word is
Yeah.
out. They just dang it, the word is out.
It's not
They're
the
like,
same.
whatever.
Like, not that I don't
I think
appreciate a group here and there,
I
but
love me a
once
good
in a while
Groupon
you got to go
situation.
to a really nice hotel, and not only
Well,
do they
this one
just
was
treat you really
that it was
good.
a really nice one from a Groupon, but like she was
Yeah,
saying,
it was at
they
the
don't do
Four
it anymore
Seasons.
because
They
they
don't do it
do
no
it to
more.
like get out there.
Yes,
Oh,
And
and it was
so,
amazing.
that's what's
The
up.
last time they dropped one was
actually,
during like COVID time because people weren't coming, and then they were like, "Nah, y'all be back. We already know," and they were right.
It wasn't just the spa experience; it was the hotel experience altogether.
Yeah.
From the time you check in, they come and get your bags. You don't even bring your own bags
okay.
to your room. They have an actual bellboy. The towels
Hmm.
are warm for some reason in the room. Chocolates on your pillow with the pretty design.
Y'all get the little fancy
The
bidet
they had
sometimes, and
slippers
you
It
be
in
was
the
the
like,
whole
robe in my
thing.
hotel room.
"Listen."
That's
I
awesome.
went to one where their bidet was had heated seats, and I was like, "That's weird. I don't want the seat to already be warm." I was wrong. It was so nice. So nice. It's like a little hug for
Don't
your
they have that
tush. I
in
love it.
Kuwait? Like the heated
Huh?
seats and stuff. Like they have that in Kuwait, right? Like I know
Where?
Japan did.
Yeah,
Japan.
in Japan for
Most
sure.
other countries do
Yeah, it was a
they're like
Japanese
this is our
toilet,
normal
girl.
stuff.
They done got them a Japanese toilet, and it was so nice and warm and toasty. It was a little hug for your hiney. I liked it.
They love honey stuff. Yeah, they like honey stuff over there.
They do.
Hey, it feels good to feel clean.
You know what? My best massage was at like a hole in the wall, which I was taking my friend at the time. It was her birthday. I actually booked somewhere else, and they were closed for the day, and they didn't tell me. So just called a random place, and finally I did find like a random place over by the Florida Mall. And when we went in, we were like, "Oh, this is a little dicey. I don't know."
Are they gonna
But
human
when
traffic us? Are they gonna take her kidneys? We don't
because
know.
it's very tiny. It doesn't seem like the outside is very well kept. But when I went in, girl, he massaged my ass. Like he massaged everything.
Okay. I'm
Like
so
they
glad we talked about
went
this.
in. in the in on my thighs. I was like, and usually I would get a massage and it was okay. Like I'd be like,
Yeah.
it's fine. This massage afterwards, I was like, I wonder how much they charge a night if I slept here. It was amazing.
Like, I'm not leaving. I'm
So
not leaving.
good. And the only reason why I was like, I guess we have to hurry up and go is that we actually were meeting Farah for a mystery dinner, a who done it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Like a mystery who done it. So we
Okay,
were
let's
going to
go
meet
back to the
Farah.
booty stuff though. Let's go back to the
Girl,
hiney things. I'm so glad you
girl,
mentioned that
it was so good.
because this has happened to me twice. And I'm like, I don't know, is this a new technique? Like, what is going on? But I've gotten plenty of massages. There's been two incidents where they literally grab my cheeks and then like shake them. And I was like, what is happening? I'm like, I feel violated, but also flattered, but mostly violated. Like, what are we doing? Like,
That
is
is
this
not
a
what
thing?
happened to me. Yeah, that's
Oh,
that
okay.
you got to speak up, girl. You got to speak up. Speak up for yourself.
They just like
No,
your
he went,
booty.
girl. I didn't
I was
know.
like,
Like
what
I
is
don't
happening?
really think about having muscles in my ass because it just my size. I don't really think of muscles in my ass. But girl,
Your
he went
ass.
down and found them. It doesn't
It
feel
is
like it,
actually
girl.
your
When it's
booty is
hanging back there,
actually
I
the
just
largest
be
muscle you
carrying it
got.
like
And you be
You
carrying
don't
a lot
notice how
back
big
there.
it is until
You
it hurts.
carrying a lot.
girl.
You carrying a lot
I be
back there
lugging it
too.
around like
You get ass cramps.
I don't really
Oh, I
get
hate
ass
ass
cramps like
cramps.
that. I get cramps up my leg, but I I guess that's why I don't think about muscles in my ass because I don't get
You
ass
lucky.
cramps. But
You
girl, he
lucky.
found the
I didn't
muscles
start
and he
getting cramps
relaxed
until
my
after
Well,
ass.
I had a baby.
Girl.
No. All
You
right.
said
Well,
when you
turns
had a
out I
baby,
live
he
it
found.
too.
Okay,
I didn't start getting cramps till after I had a baby. It's like it told me where all my muscles in my body were. I didn't
that
even
makes
know
sense.
how many muscles I had till I got pregnant. Now I know where so many things are.
And so many things be hurting.
Ooh,
So
but
many
we
things be
veering on
tired.
topic. Back to traveling before I get us off. You know how I am. Back to
Yeah.
traveling.
What about you, Miss Autumn? What's your luxuriating situation when you travel? How do you luxuriate?
hmm. Well, um, just like y'all, I do my favorite brand, my favorite chain of hotels to stay at is the W. And they often have beautiful, magnificent spas there. Um, I've stayed in uh beautiful architectural hotels where the water is overflowing, over the balcony or whatever. I don't know what they call those kind of pools, affinity pools or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And I was in a spa, and the spa was inside, but the infinity pool was outside. Um, I've been wrapped up in honey, chocolate, all kinds of
Okay.
herbs, seaweed, and
We're
you
not
know,
talking
That's
about the private part of the vacation, ma'am.
a scandalo.
oh no,
She, it took you a
She
moment.
said that is her
Like,
luxury.
you
Don't
were
knock
like,
her
I am
luxury.
talking
I
about,
was listening. That does sound luxurious. Yes.
right?
the
I want to go on that
spa, that
vacation.
spa aspect.
I'm
Yeah.
joking. I'm joking.
I mean, sure.
Girl.
Jessica's
Like,
mind who was in the building.
Just I love to stay in fancy hotels. I'm one of those ones
So,
that like in 4-star, 5-star hotels. Um, I treated myself real nice when I was in Hong Kong. That was a very gorgeous stay. I had a room that overlooked the Hong Kong Bay. The window slides would go up and down with a remote. I've never been in such a fancy little hotel like that. I'm not gonna say little. It was gorgeous. The the staff was superb. The food was just. I didn't really have to leave my room. I didn't really have to leave my room. I had nice amenities in the bathroom where you can sit in the tub and you watch TV. I'm getting back to that. Yep. I love luxury style travel. Yep. And then I do love my family style travel as well because when we took the boys to
Mhm.
London for the weekend, and they got to drink fake champagne, and glasses, so they was, yeah. and
That's awesome.
in the
So
London
cute.
Eye, at the London Eye. So it's so much. I'm an international traveler. I told myself I'd do traveling, stateside when I can't move no more. So but yeah,
I understand. Like I enjoy state parks a lot, so I look for state parks even like regardless of where we go. So we've gone to like whenever we go to a different state, we're looking for the state parks, we're looking for the natural amenities that you can find. Yeah, the natural resources, the places that, you know, even if I go today, if I go in 20 years, it's not going to be the same because nature takes its toll. So the picture that I take in this moment will never exist again. So, I've,
That's a beautiful way to look at it.
in California, what's that park? There's a big park. I really would love to go.
oh, Grand Sequoia
Is that what it is? Where the tree
with the big
so
trees.
huge?
Oh,
Yes,
those
we
trees
went.
are amazing.
Yes, we went. So we went a couple years ago when we did our Florida to California drive. That was the last stop in Cal. Well, not the last stop. It was a stop before the last one in California. So we at the time one of our really good family friends live was stationed out there. So we met him and we went and me, Farah, myself, him, and the person I was dating at the time went to Grand Sequoia National Forest, and it was so awesome. I have pictures of Farah in front of General Sherman, which is one of the biggest trees out there, and she
That's
looks like a
cool.
toy figurine. Like
That is so cool.
it looks like she's a toy. It is so cool. But yeah, it's amazing. That's why I love going to places like that. And I when we did travel across, I tried to look for places that were going to give us like really great memories, especially since we're doing so much one right after the other. If you do a lot of mediocre stuff, you're not going to remember any of it. But if all of it is like mind blowing, you remember those experiences because you remember the emotions that are attached to them. So
I
Like
agree.
that place that we stopped, it was like some kind of museum for cars and doll houses.
yeah, that was
Oh
in
my
California.
God, they were so amazing. Like you wouldn't even imagine going to this type of museum, but they had these dollhouses that were like over 100 years old, and the way they look, some of them were kind of creepy, but some of
I
them,
was just
the
gonna say I know some of them are haunted. I already
intricate
know.
things that they did were just so amazing. If you just looked at the detail, and it's not recent, it's like really old stuff, but you could see the detail that they put into this, and it's so beautiful. It's ridiculous, and all these little cars. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, places like that.
So I want to say that that was an auto and crafts museum, and that was uh, actually a last minute. That was a different trip to California that we did, and
Was it? See,
during
everything
yeah,
connects for me. I'm just like,
that
whoa.
was a different trip to California, but that was when we went to the San Diego Zoo, and on that last day, uh, we were we had a lot of time, and we didn't want to, just waste it. So we went to that museum, and then we went whale watching, where we never saw a whale. So,
That happened to me
That was
too.
so scary. I was telling
and
them, don't ever
that's
go whale watching when you're pregnant.
that was
Okay.
actually super cool, and also
Nowhere to
nothing
pee.
really. She had to pee really bad,
There's nowhere to pee.
so she had to pee on the boat in a bucket.
Front of people.
Well, we turned around, but she was in the back. We were in the front. She can't like,
Okay.
And I'm like holding on for dear life not to fall out of the boat while trying to balance this bucket in
and
between
we
my
got
legs.
stopped by
Oh,
Oh
what
Border
if the
my
Patrol.
bucket falls
God.
over
Oh
and it
my
splashes you?
God.
That's awful. No,
Yeah,
ma'am.
we got stopped on the water by Border Patrol, and it was great because they're like, we got stopped, and they were like, "Hey, does everybody have their ID?" Funny enough, I almost put my ID back because I was like, I don't want to lose it out here on the water.
Yes.
But we were like, we all had our ID on us. The guy was like,
Thank
"This is actually
goodness.
pretty normal because we're in California. We're very in very close proximity to the border."
And we don't look like we're from here, so
and there is a possibility that we would not be from here. So
That's
we provided it, and I
crazy.
asked them for a picture. They were like, of course. I have a picture of Border Patrol that they posed for us, um,
That's funny.
on their boat, because we're on the boat already. So we're not like,
Yeah.
we're like, it's boat to boat, and
Yeah.
so we're just waiting there like we're at a traffic stop.
Very, wow. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Okay, sidebar conversation one more again
Hmm.
because when Farrah said peeing in a bucket, it triggered something in me. Okay, one of my greatest fears is being stuck in an elevator, not necessarily because of the claustrophobic aspect, but what do you do when you have to pee? Or worse, and you're stuck in an elevator with
Hope you
people.
have a cup. Hope you have a
you
cup.
know. So here's the thing. So after that happened, I did look up a bunch of ways that you can pee without having a bucket. And
That's smart.
they
That's smart.
actually make these travel pouches that you can
They
carry
do.
in your bags so that you can put it up to your crotch, pee in this bag, seal it up, and put it back in your book bag so you have to use it again.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
for
it's a thing.
emergencies, ladies, if you're going whale watching,
You're going whale watching, okay?
Or you think about getting
just
stuck in an
saying,
elevator
there's
as
no
much as I
toilets on that little
do.
boat.
That's smart. That's real smart.
But
But that's
we
a
have done a
smart
lot of
travel
different
hack.
things at different
That's
That
places.
is a
smart.
very smart travel hack. If you're gonna go to a place that's a little more remote and whatnot, pack you the little fold up cup pee
What
thing.
if you drip a little down the side, you can put it back in your bag?
Well, see, there's always stuff that I keep on me no matter what now.
I
So
do
I
keep
always
wipes.
keep wet
Some
wipes.
wipes, little sandy
I always
wipes.
keep
Yep.
wipes, dude wipes, because dude wipes they're supposedly biodegradable, good for the earth. If I have to use it in pinch and it has to, I don't know where, if I have to throw it wherever, it's biodegradable. Yay me. Um, And then always carry the toilet covers. Don't get the regular size one. They have these taller ones that cover the whole toilet. Dear Jesus, they are a lifesaver. They cover not only the ends of the toilet, they go down and cover the actual toilet, and they cover the whole inside. Not like some of them that don't even cover the freaking circle. They cover the whole thing. So
Oh, I'm gonna
taller
get some.
toilet seat covers. They come in
I'm gonna get me
dinosaurs,
some.
different things. Who
I
cares?
like
Just feel
dinosaurs.
better.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it.
And I
Thank
always
you.
keep like hand sanitizer. Cause these are all the things you need to use the bathroom. And then a
Do you
snack and
think
a
any of
bottle of
these
water.
people want to sponsor us? Who's your brand of toilet cover?
Oh my god. Oh
I
my
have to look
god.
on Amazon. I just have
Dude
it on
wipes aren't
reorder.
just for dudes. So, dude wipes, if you want to sponsor us, yeah, because
Like,
we do be buying it all the time. We have the regular
yeah,
packs, we have the travel packs, have them
yeah.
in the bag all the time.
Oh, and I always
Um,
keep Ziploc bags as well.
yes.
Cause that's the disposal.
Mhm.
You know what the thing that people find odd that I keep in my purse, because sometimes I pull it out by mistake. I always keep a spare underwear in a Ziploc bag.
Me too. That's normal.
That's
Why
just
wouldn't
smart.
you?
Most people
You
don't.
never know when you're gonna have an
Most
accident.
people don't. It's not about
Yeah.
an accident. It's just like, if I end
If
up
you're
staying
gonna
somewhere
stay somewhere
overnight, if I end
overnight.
up like, if I get stuck, or if anything happens, like, really.
But see, accidents can happen not just from you, especially when you have children. Cause I find that the weirdest stuff gets some odd places that she was eating. How did it even get up under my arm back here, under my bra? I don't even know. But she's a magician. So
Yeah.
you've got to keep extra everything when you have children. So
It's just
even
smart.
with my little
You got,
small book bag, people be like, how much do you have in that bag? It's just this mid-sized little book bag. I don't even carry a whole diaper bag anymore. I carry 2 to 3 pull-ups because I don't have to carry a whole diaper bag. Just a couple pull-ups, the wipes, the hand sanitizer. Because no matter where you travel, these are the things you need.
yeah. Hold on one
Little
second.
bottle.
Yeah.
Being a spontaneous person, you always have to be ready. So you always have a couple snacks in your bag. Maybe if like my daughter likes to drink Pediasure or Ripple shakes, so I always keep at least one of those in my bag. At least one small bottle of water. Because what if I forget her cup? Because I'm forgetful. It's fine. I got a bottle of water. She drinks them. A snack for myself. So not just a snack for her, but a snack for me. Don't
I know
forget,
that's
because
right.
they always gonna
So
eat your snacks.
that
I always carry.
that brings up a good point. Like, if you had one single thing that you always try to do when you travel, one single travel hack that you would say that you do consistently across the board? What would be that one thing? Not a bunch of things, not a group of things. The one thing.
I
Carry
mean,
Every
uh,
time we travel.
carry-on bag is light. I like to keep my carry-on light, and put
Hmm.
all necessities in that carry-on just in case my luggage underneath gets damaged or disappears. Everything is in my travel bag.
Hmm.
I've always,
So single carry on to carry you through.
yeah. So
I
Okay.
if I need
like it. I like it.
a pair of clothes, whatever in my travel, on.
Yeah.
I will say I do the exact same thing because I'm always afraid I'm going to lose my luggage somewhere, somehow. I do the same thing. Everything I need is in that carry on. Anything that I value and cherish is on the carry on. It's not going to be too far from my person. But I also do like putting a little Apple AirTag in my actual luggage so they could be like, oh my God, where is it? Don't worry, I can tell you. It's right here.
Yeah.
I always make sure I have cash,
Okay.
no matter where I go.
That is
I
important.
always, depending on where I'm going and how, and let's say I'm going just for the day, I might make sure it's only $100. But if I'm going somewhere, maybe if we're going to Jamaica, maybe I might think I need $200 a day. So if it's 7 days, I'm gonna need $1,400. So no matter what, you want to carry some cash because you don't know what you're going to need. And I may not necessarily carry the entire $1,400 to start. I may start with only a couple of hundred because we're going through the airport and you never know what's going to happen. But I have it in my debit account to make sure that I can get it because I'm going to need it. And if I spend $100, I'm going to go back to some ATM and make sure I grab it out because I want to
Okay.
make sure I have cash on me because you never know, especially when you're in a foreign country, if they're going to accept your particular types of bills or your particular type of credit. So Visas, American Express, some of them do. Almost all places do. But once in a while, they either try to charge you a ridiculous amount to go ahead and use that card, or they charge you more to use a credit card. So it's either a fee to use a credit card, or just because you're using a credit card, the $15 shirt is now $30.
Be careful with your
Yeah.
card.
Anybody got
I
time
got.
for that?
I remember when I was
Yeah.
and my when I was using my credit card at the time, there was some malicious kind of charges on my account. Thankfully, my bank gave me back the money. But moving forward, I try to get the local currency, um, and I'll take the money out and I'll do the exchange of the local currency and move like that. Um, when you use your credit cards, I know my experience. Like I said, I was in Thailand and I'm like, I don't recall purchasing this. So yeah, that's how I move. I get
Hmm.
cash, whatever the currency is, where I'm at, and if I need some more, I go get some more. But I don't play around with my credit card, you know, over there.
I actually do the opposite for the exact same reason. So I always make sure that my credit cards know that I'm traveling, and I always put everything on the card so that if I get any if somebody tries to scam me, then I'll be covered. So they generally insure like your travel for certain things. They insure certain items, and even like some of them will say, all right, well, if you got a defective item, we may go ahead and refund you for that, and then we'll deal with the person who sold it to you. So because of some of those issues, I generally will use a card, and I'll just get a small amount of cash for tips. So I can understand that though.
I like to get cash, but I also like to collect it.
I do
It's
like
different.
to collect
You go
it.
to,
I do
you go
like
to
to collect it
different
too.
countries and the domination all weird and stuff like. Uh, when I was in Hong Kong, they had see-through money. Like you could actually see through it. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, this is neat. So I like to collect the bills and coins from the different places that
agreed.
I travel to. Yeah, I also like to get the local currency because you know, and if I don't use it all, I can bring it back here and do the exchange.
That's true.
There
Like
you go.
do the exchange. Yeah.
Do they change?
Um, so that actually that's actually one of the questions that I was gonna mention is whether we get local currency, but it sounds like we all do. Um, so then my travel hack would be that I do the things that you guys do. I always keep a carry on. I put what is the Samsung equivalent of the of AirTags. So I use Samsung products. So down with the Apple, but but
Unless you want to sponsor us, Apple.
unless you want to sponsor us, then you can send me an
I have
iPhone.
stock in both,
And
so either one.
yeah, I'm not an Apple person. I Every Apple product is against me. Every Apple product that I've had has been either it doesn't work properly or it doesn't have the functionality that I need. And
Come on,
I'm
Apple,
like,
you can change your mind.
yeah, you might be able to change my
Not
mind.
Here's
everything,
some free stuff.
Yeah.
every everything
I,
Apple
and I
connects.
feel like they lock you in. So
I can't help it.
exactly, they lock you in, but
Yeah, I
also
do remember
they
having a lot of problems when I had my iPhone,
I
but that
have
was like a
so
long
many,
time ago too. My
dude.
first smartphone was the iPhone, and it sucked balls.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
almost
had
never
a
got
phone.
another smartphone. If they hadn't bought me a Samsung, I'd be on a flip phone right now.
Look, I and I'm a tech person, so it's not like I don't know what I'm doing. So
Ooh, we
yeah,
digress. Back to travel.
yes, back to travel. Anyway, so I do put tags in my equipment, in all of my bags. So every bag, even the ones that are on me, do have tags. But my hack that I do every single time, regardless of where I'm going, I make myself a charcuterie board. So, because I don't want, number one, I don't want to pay like crazy fees for food that I'm not going to eat. I've been in many airports where I pay 20, $30 for food that I don't even like. And then I will travel somewhere and I don't have any fresh fruits and vegetables. So I will pack it in. So I have this tray that's like this big. It has 8 areas, and I pack in the fruits and vegetables. And so while I'm traveling, I snack off of it. But generally, for the first day or two or three that I'm there, I'll have fresh fruits and vegetables. So
And if you're traveling with someone, you can make a couple of different kinds. So like, because I have three people, because it's me, Mike, and my daughter, we all get a bento box. So one will be full of like cheese, crackers, pepperoni, salami. I'll put walnuts in that one, like walnuts, cashews, pecans, and then there will be the one with a bunch of fruits. So we'll have blackberries, strawberries, blueberries, apples, and then we'll have the vegetables where the carrots and the broccoli, but I'll throw in some ranch inside there. And since I'm not big on vegetables, I'll always throw junk food in that one. Cookies, chessman cookies, and other types of junk food. But
now
yeah, the more
be
people you have, the
careful.
more junk you can bring.
Be careful, asterisk, depending on where you're going, especially if it's international, you may not be able to bring fruits with you. So vegetables generally, I don't think have as much issues, but a lot of seeded fruits you're not allowed to bring internationally. I know you can't bring apples, you can't bring a lot of fresh stuff. So be careful. Don't get caught up with with TSA trying to bring your charcuterie board that you heard about on DWSC. So
And just
uh,
What's
look it
your
up.
yes, definitely.
Yeah, just look it up. Look it up wherever you're going.
Hmm?
What's your favorite mode of
Say
travel?
that one more time.
What's your favorite mode of traveling?
Oh, you know what? I don't necessarily think I have a favorite. I love taking drives, but I also love flying and I love trains. Oh, I love trains. I like it depends on where I'm going. Say that one more time.
I love trains too. Yes, the bullet
We should
train.
Oh,
all take
yeah.
a trip to
Europe.
Spa
Europe.
We
together.
take a train
A
that
train trip
intersects
to a
So we
spa.
and
could
then
redo
go
Yeah.
to a
and do it
spa.
together and talk about that W she was saying and that
Oh,
food
or
that
Yeah.
she
stay at the
was
W.
talking about. We should just, put them together.
Sounds good to me. So that'd actually be kind of cool if we took a
We
train
need
trip where we all get on at our separate destinations and intersect somewhere. Like we end
we do
up
need to take a
somewhere
show
where
on the
we
road.
yes,
Let's take this
that'd be
podcast
so
on the
cool.
road. Or the train tracks
Definitely
rather.
something to look. Yeah, on the let's take it on the track.
I
They have some
traveled from
beautiful cabins on the trains. And it's nice to meet all these different people because you never even know who's riding a train. We met some interesting characters, boy. Some of them, I wasn't sure, When I was younger, I used to meet all kinds of characters and it never really bothered me. But having a child with me, I was like, ooh, they're a little bit suspicious. Go that way. Go that way. But other people, I think there
I
was like a whole time when the train stopped and the police escorted somebody off and we didn't even know what happened. It was another train car. But the food was actually pretty decent, surprisingly.
did you have a sleeper car?
We did.
Actually, so what was the best food that you've had on vacation? Like best food, any place that you've been. Do you remember the name of it and what did you have?
Remember the name of it, but I know that I went to Haiti, and everything was delicious. Literally everything. We got fresh mangoes off of my grandpa's land. And there's literally a video of like me and my cousin like this with mangoes in our hands. We're like living our best life. Mango juice everywhere. So oh, it was such a great day. And then,
Oh,
like, just everywhere we went, everything was delicious. The people were beautiful and friendly. Everything was so good. And then, like, when I would listen to my aunts or my mom talk, they're like, everything's better than in Haiti. The air is better in Haiti. And I was like, okay, we get it. You love your motherland. But then I went there.
and you
I
were
was like,
like,
they right.
"Oh, okay."
I see what you're talking about. I see
That's
what you're talking
real.
about. Yeah. Like on one of the last days, we went to like an all-inclusive resort, and they're like, "Keisha, you should get some of this ice cream." And I was like, "What flavor is it?" And they're like, "Vanilla." And I was like, "What do I care about vanilla ice cream?" They
It
said,
was
"Just have a little bit." This is phenomenal. It tastes like birthday cake. I was like, "How did they do this? How is the sprinkles coming through? There's no sprinkles in it." So freaking good.
So what you're
Mm,
saying is we should make that one of our trips.
for sure.
I never I never
Yes.
let it go.
Yes, back in the day, Haiti was marketed as one of the travel destinations. You had to go on vacation there. Right now, it's still going through a lot of turmoil, but I know it'll calm down
Eventually.
again. And then yeah, we're gonna be over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what
Well,
about
that's
you,
What were
Jeff?
you
fair.
saying, Autumn?
Oh,
Say it
Oh,
again.
oh.
We all called a different person.
we'll go AJF. Go ahead.
What about you, Autumn?
Ooh, that's one of my favorite reasons of traveling, for food tourism. I love to eat the local cuisine. The
Hmm.
cheapest was Thailand. I got so much food for like under $5. Seafood at that.
That's nice.
There was a buffet. It was like a day party buffet when I was hanging by, and they had everything. Lord Jesus, they had everything. I love great desserts. Great everywhere I went. I can't just pick my favorite because all of it was good. I love London for the fish and chips, of course.
Hmm.
Great fish and chips. So every area got its unique.
Everybody
I,
has their charm.
I
Hmm.
can't,
Yeah.
I can't answer this question. I
you
smoke
see,
What?
marijuana and everything tastes good. So I'm like, ooh, my orgasm and this is so good. So I don't know. Like everything's
Can you think of
delicious.
one really good thing that you had, like somewhere?
Not it's not necessarily that I could think of one really good thing, but I could remember that we go to Bahia Principe and we've gone to several different resorts and Jamaica was the best Bahia Principe because everything tasted good there versus going to Mexico and I was like, what is this? Did they just give me something from a box? How dare they? Jamaica cooked
They
everything
were so
fresh.
nice. They were
Hmm.
nice
They
in
were
in
nice, but
Mexico,
the
but
food
the
was
food was
aggravating because
not.
I'm like, I know Mexicans
Yeah,
cook great, so what is this? Why is this from a box? Is this pastry from a box?
great
How dare
stay,
they?
not great food. All the restaurants that we went to were great in Mexico, but
The
not the
buffet.
buffets. Yeah, so they have
Yeah,
on-site restaurants, and all of those were amazing. And
yeah.
that's where
And
we had that one salad that we still try to recreate. This
oh my God, when we
amazing
were
balsamic
in
salad.
Jamaica, we had this salad, and before Jamaica, I didn't really eat
Was that in
salad.
I thought it was Mexico.
No, that was Jamaica.
Okay,
That was Jamaica. Mm.
you remember.
That's
gosh.
what made me start eating salads from now on. Because Jamaica was the first one we went to in the first place. Because I was still pregnant. Well, no, that was before I got pregnant. When we were in Mexico, one of the reasons why was having problems with some of the food was because I was pregnant.
Just
So I
pregnant.
can't really say that it was terrible, terrible.
No,
For
it was
my
bad. I
pregnant
wasn't
self, it
pregnant.
was an awful experience. Especially because everywhere we went, they smoke everywhere in Mexico. There's no safe haven
Yeah.
in Mexico for a pregnant
Mm.
woman. There's nowhere you can go anywhere in the hotel or off the hotel that someone's not smoking. And it's ridiculous. You can't even go into a store and someone's not smoking in Mexico. And there's
Mm.
children everywhere. So you're confused. Why are they smoking like this? I'm pregnant. I'm throwing up too much from smoking. I can't enjoy the vacation. And I don't know, if other people were okay going to Mexico when they were pregnant, but I couldn't do it. I wanted to leave the minute I stepped off the boat.
Mm.
So
I was ready.
so your favorite that you can think of is the Bahia Principe in Jamaica,
I mean, not my favorite in life, but
or
that
the
favorite
one that you
Bahia
can think of.
Principe. Because, I
Okay.
mean, we were in New Orleans and we ate this dessert, and I don't remember where. And it wasn't that Cafe Du Monde, 'cause that's a whole nother thing
Oh
for
my
me.
gosh, we got
But,
to tell you the Cafe Du Monde story because that is hilarious. So I don't know. Have you guys heard of Cafe Du Monde? I'm sure. Okay, so
I
Cafe
mean,
Du
before you
Monde.
even keep going, Keisha, beignet. Beignet is made with bananas and blended, and then you put it in the fryer, right? That's
Mhm.
beignet. Okay.
There,
Yeah.
wait.
Go ahead, Jessica.
So
She mad.
Cajun beignet. Have you guys heard of it? Right? It's like a
Yes.
puffed. It's a puff pastry. It has powdered sugar. Some people put chocolate on top, whatever. But there's a famous bakery in New Orleans called Cafe Du Monde, and they literally the thing that they do, their thing is beignet. And so you go there, you have the beignet. They give you nice and freshly made,
They give you
mounded
muffins. They
on
give you
the
vanilla
mounded on
muffins.
the
They call
cake,
it beignet.
mounted on the plate. So we go to this place, this famous bakery that has this famous beignet and famous coffee. We go and we sit down,
And
and
it's not
already
it.
Mhm.
Farrah's face is like,
Mm-mm.
I didn't even
and
smell
then
any
she
bananas anywhere.
she takes a bite and she says, "This is not beignet." We're sitting here in this famous restaurant, like it's an outside area,
Just
surrounded by
loud.
people who are enjoying their beignet.
They,
And Farrah's
Okay,
like,
Their
sorry.
it's not.
muffins.
This is not
I
beignet.
call it beignet.
It is beignet. It's just from another region. It's the same thing as us calling
But
like
nobody warned me. That was the problem. Nobody warned me
Yeah.
that they weren't going to be Haitian beignets. It's like it's like you
like
know
you can
how
tell
when they say
though.
Canadian
So
bacon and then they say bacon and you're like, oh, you got ham. I went and got a muffin
that's
when I
the
was
thing.
expecting some
It is
good
not a
banana
muffin. It is
bread.
not a muffin.
Just
It's like a puff pastry. It puffs up. So it's like a
She said it's
square and it
she said
puffs
it's a
up.
muffin, and
She
she
said
not
it's a
having
muffin. And
it's
it.
she
shaped
was
like a
not
muffin.
she wasn't having it sitting there either. And we were getting looks. I was like,
The
are
owner
you
came
Listen
out.
crazy?
The owner
here.
was like,
They
"Really?"
hyped me up for this beignet. Every gathering for the
It
holidays, we have
tasted good
beignet, but you only
though.
get it for the holidays mostly. So you're like, oh, some beignet?
It's like a
Yes.
Cajun donut though. Like that's the shtick, you know. It's just from a different culture. So yeah,
Yeah,
Not
we're
they
having
got to warn me that it was a different culture. And they're French and we're French, and it was very confusing.
yeah. So that's
that's weird. That's
yeah.
weird.
it. Sorry, Farrah. I'm sorry that
Why?
happened to you. That ain't
Huh?
right.
I got the Chinese food in Puerto Rico.
What happened in Puerto Rico?
You said you
I
got the
got the
what?
Chinese food in Puerto Rico.
Chinese food in Puerto Rico? I bet it was amazing. There's nothing that they cook in Puerto Rico that's not good.
It was the best.
That is true. All of our food in Puerto Rico was good.
Believe it.
Yeah.
They made me French fries, and I was like, I can never eat
Yeah,
American fries.
it was really good. Like all the food in Puerto Rico was good. But I have to say that like my favorite place for food was Japan. Japan, like the street food was amazing. Like especially the meat skewers, like the sweet potatoes, the steamed sweet potatoes on the street. Oh my God.
You gotta go
Everything
eat.
was good. But like I would go in and get like what would amount to like a $3 or $4 bowl of Korean rice. Mind blowing, just amazing. And
Hmm.
they take pride in their craft. So like When you walk in, they greet you. You know, they're very serious about their food, and the street vendors are very, very, you know, gracious and very nice, and you can tell that they know what they're doing. They're on top of their game. So everything I had in Japan was amazing. You know, it was Korea that I think the food was a little different flavor profile that I wasn't as much into, like the fish cakes and stuff like that. I
I
loved most of the stuff in Korea, but a couple of them I I
love
did
it.
not like the gochujang, I think. I wasn't really too much into. And then
Excuse me?
they
Say it
tried
again.
to feed
Did
us.
you just say you don't like goju?
I don't where I went, maybe it was just what I tried. I didn't really like
What's
it.
I
Goju?
highly recommend you try it again
I'll try it again.
somewhere else. Yes,
What
because
is
it is
it?
delicious. It is like a special like seasoning paste sauce where it's like I don't know, it's like barbecue sauce but on steroids. It is so freaking good. It's like sweet,
Maybe I'm thinking of
savory,
the wrong
Is
thing
it better than
delicious.
kimchi?
because the one I'm talking about is orange. So if
Usually it's more like a reddish brown, is what I
Okay,
usually
maybe I'm talking
see.
about something different. It was probably something different.
Mm.
But they did have us try to eat live octopus, like the one that's just cut up, still moving. I have a video of like the other people in our party like eating what was still moving on the plate, and
Autumn, you eat
like,
that? Autumn, you eat that? Talking about you love
would
Korean
you
food.
try
You
No,
it?
love
no,
it. You eat that? Did you
no,
eat that? Okay.
no. Like most of my stuff not moving. Yeah.
That's what they like. One of the people
No,
in
that's
our
right.
party was eating it, and they were like, "Oh no, it's not bad." And then they're like, I think it grabbed onto my throat. And I'm like, that's because you're eating something that's still alive.
And it's fighting for its
It's
life.
still it's
It's
trying to
got a lot of
suck its
fight
way
left in
back
it.
out.
I
Like,
can't
yeah.
truly respect my food until it's fully dead.
And I understand that's a normal thing in certain places. I cannot like we were at the like for the full 10 minutes that we're sitting there like and people are eating it like different people at the table are trying it. It is still moving. Not like
So
a
do you
minute
guys
or
eat
two.
bugs?
Hmm?
Do you guys eat bugs? I know they're
No.
delicacies in certain countries.
They are.
Do you try that kind of stuff? I know.
I think I've
I
tried
remember where
bugs.
was it that we went that they had cow balls? Somebody in our party tried it. It was very interesting looking.
Where
You
did
can
we
tell they
I'm
were.
go?
not gonna do that.
Ain't that a German
Where
dish?
They
was
didn't
that?
know they were testicles?
Is
No,
that a
they
German?
don't.
No, it's a
Oh,
specialty in Texas or something.
they called like
It's a
mountain oysters or something like that, like
Yeah,
something
mountain
like that,
oysters.
yeah.
a German dish or something.
Ain't doing it.
Yeah,
No,
Oh
I don't.
Lord,
it's here in America that people like to eat, you know,
I'm
the
not eating it. I'm
testicles
not
of
eating it in America. I'm not eating
cattle.
it in Germany. I don't care.
Fish eyes. Fish eyes are a
I don't care what
delicacy.
landmass it is. I'm not gonna eat it.
I mean, I'm a
I'm not
So
picky
doing
eater,
it.
so I don't eat most things anyway.
I
so
know
do you
that's
guys
right.
think that expatriates like are we should we stay in the United States um because we have a duty to the country or
No, no.
Yes, you don't. You don't. Farrah, you don't want her to finish the sentence first. You want to let her
I ain't got no duty to
that
this
was quick.
country.
like it here.
I mean, I
Oh gosh.
appreciate the way we live.
No.
From what I hear, you can live this way in other countries now. So somebody willing to take me? I don't know.
A lot of people migrating to China. Have y'all noticed that? Well, you know.
I mean, if they treat us better,
China, Vietnam,
Yeah. And it's a
There
lot
are
of
quite a few
Thailand.
people.
families because it's cheaper. And when I say it's cheaper. I swear, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend at least one good month over there
from what I
living
hear, it's not
on
even just the
supply.
financial. It's the mental health that people are getting from it.
It's
Yeah,
definitely different.
Every
yeah. And
So
I love that there's so many walkable cities outside of the U.S.
Yes.
So many
Right.
walkable cities.
I feel like we are almost alone in the fact that we don't have a walking culture. Like most
Yeah,
places have walking cultures. Like most,
by
especially
design though.
Asian places, like they're generally walking cultures. They have um, places that you can very easily reach walking. And not only that, but their whole culture is designed upon the thought process that you should go walking and you should
Move
be
your
able
body.
to, yeah, move your
And it's
body.
necessary to go outside and get some fresh air.
Hmm.
But think about it, like you, I'm
Popu-
sure you know at least one or two people who don't go anywhere outside.
It's
the
true.
Asian culture
Say that one more
is
time.
the
Hmm.
is the population of people that live the longest too, as well, because they're more healthy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So.
Yeah.
So we don't feel necessarily that we need to stay as duties to the country, but do you feel like because of the current tensions that you should be like considering moving? Like, is that something in the back of your
Only if
mind?
the entire family comes with me.
I
Yeah,
was thinking about this prior
that's
to all
valid.
the
I
chaos
mean,
going.
I do plan on packing up and moving.
I always wanted to live international prior to all this happening. I've always wanted to. I love living international. It's fun. So prior to all this stuff, I always thought about,
You're a nomad in your heart. You're a nomad. You're just supposed
yeah,
to be everywhere.
yeah.
I think it would be advantageous to learn all those different language staying in the different places because with memory, because I have ADHD, one of the things I learned, the more languages you learn, the better you can hold on to memory. And since I'm so forgetful, that seems great to me. I need to learn more languages, except I don't have the attention span to fully learn when I don't continue to hear it. So, like, I'm watching a French show called Lupin right now, but unless I remember that I'm learning French, I don't watch it. So, yeah, it'd be nice if I was actually around French people to finish learning French.
Well,
For
Just saying.
sure.
I don't necessarily think that it is our duty to stay or even our necessity to go. Um, I do think that we, even with the climate being where it is right now, we you should do what you can do, right? Locally, like vote in your local elections. Make sure that you are having discourse with the people who are around you, especially your family and people who you can have that discourse with about what all this looks like, because a lot of people just don't understand. Like when she said, why would you stop traveling, right? Because for her, the experience is different, and so it's not that she doesn't want to listen to the things that we're saying, or that, that for her that the experience is like, hey, I'm just going to do it anyway. It's that since she's not living that experience, she would have to have discourse to understand what our point of view is,
I
right?
understand. Trust me, I do.
And of course you understand because
Yeah.
we've had this discourse now, right?
Yes.
But I don't understand, some other people's point of view because we haven't had that discourse. So having discourse about your point of view and accepting other people's point of view, I think is part of this larger conversation about traveling, about where we are right now as a country, and whether we can or we should be going to other countries, and or if we should be, just trying to figure out what's going on in our own, and see what we can do to help, right?
And I
Um,
think the people that feel like they have a duty to stay and try to make this country better, bless them, more power to them. It's just not everybody's calling. And
it's
I
Exactly.
true.
honestly feel like black people have been done, did enough. Like, oh my God. So if you want to go find your peace somewhere else, I support that. If you want to stay here and fight, I support that too.
And if you just want to stay here and ride it out, I support that too.
Whatever works best for you.
Yeah.
As for me and mine, we trying to figure out this 5 year plan, turn it into a
Hey,
2 year plan. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy over here right now.
All right. So last question. What is your top bucket list destination? The place that if you only had one place left that you could go, like you would go this one place.
for me, it'd be Haiti because mommy's from there and I've never even been able to see where she's.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that.
It,
Mm-mm.
What happened?
Don't do that.
I know you've
fair
got lots of
answer.
places, but if you
Well,
could
you
only
know
pick
what?
one,
I'll start
uh,
at one destination and end up somewhere else. There's my answer.
what
You
would be
just
the
want to be
one you would
everywhere.
start at? The
Yeah.
one that you may not end up at the other one, so you got to start somewhere where you're like, got to make it count.
With so many. There's so many. Somebody go after me. I gotta think.
What about you, Keisha?
Probably Mauritius. It's a small island off the coast of Africa, and it's beautiful. It looks a lot like Hawaii, where they have temperate, climate all year long, and you never hear about it on the news because people over there just chilling. Nature doesn't even really mess with Mauritius. Like, there's no monsoon season, there's no hurricanes. You didn't even know it was a thing until somebody points it out to you. So that's where I want to be, and I actually would look forward to not being the minority for a while. I think that'd be very nice. I loved when I went to Haiti and it's a whole bunch of beautiful melanated people around. Like I was just like, oh, this must be what heaven feels like. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So my bucket list would be Bora Bora. That's always
Mm.
been, I've been saying that since I was in high school, and it is a place that I am saving to hopefully convince when I get married my husband to go on our honeymoon. So that is my top bucket list destination that I would love to go to and stay in those huts above the ocean
Yeah.
with the glass floor.
In my mind, you're so like into Bora Bora, you forget your husband. It's like, excuse me, ma'am, where are you? Oh, babe, no, I'm at the restaurant. It's walking distance. Just come down.
So, Autumn, you come up with something?
I'm waiting for you, Farrah.
I thought I said Haiti
Oh,
first.
Yeah, Farrah said Haiti.
she did. She
She's
said
like,
that's where her
See,
heart
I
darn.
was
never.
from.
Jessica's been asking me this question for a very long time because she's always like, "Where you want to go? Where you want to go?" And I'm like, always like, "I don't know, I don't know, I don't know." So finally, last year, after my grandmother died,
Mm.
when she asked me that question, I looked at her and I was like, "Haiti, Haiti,"
Yeah.
Never
because that's
been.
where mommy grew up and we've never seen it. It doesn't even matter that my father's from there. But my mother, who raised me
Yeah.
and made me this amazing person, is from there. And I've never even been able to walk the streets where she grew up. And one of the big things that I really loved and it was a sad time, my grandmother passing, but my daughter got to walk the streets that my mother raised me on. And that felt amazing. I would
Yeah.
love to see where my mother grew up. So,
It
for
does something
about
to
you,
you.
Autumn. Hmm.
Maldives.
Maldives. Okay.
Maldives. And the Great Wall of China. And uh
Autumn.
Well, she understood the assignment, but
She said,
It is
bump that
hard to
assignment.
choose.
I do what
I
I
feel
want.
you, Autumn. It's hard. For a long time, I couldn't choose either. There's just so many places to go.
yes,
And
exactly.
then they only show you this small amount on TV. You know,
Hmm.
they only tell you about specific places. You're always like, ooh, the Taj Mahal, ooh, the Great Wall of China. But then you see these little mom and pop places, and you're like, how come I never heard of
Yes.
Purchase, New Jersey?
I said that was the last question, but I have one more. Have
Okay,
you
what you
ever
got?
been somewhere where somebody like talked it up and you got there and you're like, meh,
Florida.
like
Oh, sorry.
Can you cut her feed?
I don't
Can
know
you
if that
cut her
counts.
feed? Can you cut it? Can you just because why would you say that in our faces like
three
that?
of us are basically from Florida.
Born and raised.
Marquisha's born and raised. Farrah and I have been here for
I'm
over
so
30 years.
sorry. Oh my,
I mean, but I
Well,
understand.
Farrah
Wow.
left for a while but came back.
Wow.
I feel so
I be
underwhelmed
trying to run
there.
away half the time. If it wasn't for my family staying here, I wouldn't be here either. Why is it so hot all the time? And the
I
sun don't
like
even know how to
heat.
give me
I
a
like it
season.
hot.
Come to
Apparently
Listen, you
Marquisha does too. She went from hot to hot. So
yes, and I'm trying to find even hotter. Like, what are we talking
look.
I was
about
an
here?
exodus. I get sunburnt.
Oh,
So
I don't have
what
that
about you,
problem.
Farrah? What about
I
you?
ain't got that problem.
What was a mediocre destination?
I'd have to say, if I really had to pick, but I don't know, because I have fun everywhere I go. That's really
Yeah,
hard to
but
say.
somebody talked it up and you were like, meh, it was cool because of the people, but the area
Cafe,
could have,
Cafe Du Monde, or whatever that place was
what was it?
in New
Cafe Du Monde.
Orleans.
Cafe Du Monde. Okay, we've
And
got a
I'm
place.
telling you, boy. You can't expect
Oh,
somebody.
no.
See, the problem is if you want to talk something
Oh
up,
Lord.
you have to be specific to what you actually talking up because you can't say one thing and be like, "Oh, you want to eat some beignet?" That's like somebody saying, "Oh, we going to eat some curry," and they were you talking to Jamaican, so they think you about to go and get in it, but then you get to an Indian place. They're both good, but they're two
They're
different types
different.
of
Yeah,
curry.
curry.
It
Yeah.
is
You
okay.
can't do that.
Mm.
So how you talk me up for some beignet and then mix some kind of powder
I
instead of blending
apologize.
up
This
some
woman some real
bananas?
beignet,
I
please.
don't know.
Well, my mom has
Now,
multiple times since then, and she still talks about it. So
Lord.
She made some a couple weeks
So
ago. We were talking about
we
this, and I was like, "Oh
next time
no,
you come, we gonna make some beignet.
what's up?
You too.
Of course,
Thank
we gonna have
you.
to we're gonna have
we'll
to
save
do
you some."
yeah.
Thank
We just
you.
wanted
What
to
about you,
we only
Keisha?
making
Any mediocre
these
destinations
little
for you?
pancake silver looking things, and you put the sugar on it right after, and it's
Mhm.
made from bananas.
It's basically banana fried bread. It's like
Mm, made
fried
with
paste,
bananas though.
kind of.
Yeah, 'cause you
So
could just pour it into the thing, and then you
Marquisha was
just
like,
any little
I can taste
dollars,
it now.
the little dollar pancakes, and then you put them all on the plate and sprinkle the sugar, and then it's mwah. Mm. And you can eat them
It
hot or
is really
cold.
good.
Either way.
What about
Or
you,
a day
Marquisha?
old.
What was your mediocre destination?
I don't know if I really have one because the first time I went to Vegas, I was like, it's alright. Like, what are we doing? But I was just like in the casinos, whatever. And I went to the MGM studio and they tried me, and then, I had to like pull a Karen and be like, y'all not gonna keep me in this raggedy behind room and the stuff and stuff. And they're like, well, we don't think it's so bad. So then I pulled out my phone. I was like, look at these pictures. And they're like, oh. And then they moved me to the suite and stuff, and they put me up
Okay.
high. So
Yeah.
there was that. But then when I went back the second time
Mm-hmm.
to go see Beyonce, I really did enjoy the drag shows and the things. So I did more shows than casino and drinking. I mean, I was still drinking for sure, but I definitely enjoyed it a
Okay.
lot more the second time around. So
Okay. See, I think that would be
Basically,
mine.
going
Is
out versus staying inside.
not even just because I feel like my mediocre place was Vegas. So I went for a conference in April, and the problem is, and here is the issue. I'm from Florida. All the things that they have that everybody's like, they have this show, they have this thing. Oh my God, did you see this? They have it all in Florida. So it is not inaccessible to us who live here. So I lived in Orlando for 20 some years. I can go to Cirque du Soleil on a weekend. I don't have to fly. It's different Cirque du Soleil shows, but like we lived in such a touristy area that those attractions that seem like, oh my God, look at the lights. It's basically the norm. Just go to iDrive any time of day.
yeah,
That's really is.
I will say though, the
Yeah.
Cirque du Soleil Michael Jackson one experience is it's in a category of its own. I
Is
believe that it
it?
has the power to solve racism. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I saw.
It's gonna bring
See, I
everybody
did go to
together.
go to. I went to the Jabberwocky show out there, and that was
I
really
love
good.
Jabberwockies. I
It
want
Oh,
to
was
see that. I'm gonna do that next
this
time.
it was really
Love me
good.
some
when
It was
did
a
you
Jabberwockies.
go
If
really
to
y'all
good
want to
that?
come on the
show,
show,
huh?
huh?
When did you go to that?
In April of this year.
They still got
Yes.
Jabberwocky doing
Yeah,
It's
dances and
still
out in
stuff?
so
Vegas.
it's Jabberwocky. I can't remember what it's called, but it's supposed to be throughout the career, and so it's basically saying that it's going to go on forever. So
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the people aren't the same, but it was so cool. It was a really
Yes.
great show, but it's still like overall the whole experience of Vegas was basically like walking down I drive. When I walked down the street, I was like, oh, this is just another tourist area for me. Not like,
Yeah.
oh my God, look at that. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't it wasn't like that for
Hollywood
me.
Boulevard. Hollywood Boulevard is a mediocre place too. When I walked on the
Really?
stars and stuff, I'm like,
Yeah.
Did you know that somebody paid for them stars? Did you know that there's not even like, oh, it's a special honor. We just thought you were such an
Oh,
amazing star. We made it for you. They literally like pay for it. Like if they're saying like they're gonna have some project come out, the producers or whatever of the project will be
somebody
like, oh,
pays
we're
for a
gonna get you
star.
a star. We're gonna get you a star.
Wow.
And that'll
I did not
drop
know
either
that.
like before or after a really big project. And I was like, what the? We've been had
I had
hoodwinked,
yes,
no
I
idea.
bamboozled.
thought
That's
that was
crazy.
true. I thought that was like a
Mhm.
accolade. I didn't know that they was paying
Now,
for
It's
that.
not.
now the
We
one
could
thing
put
that
our
was
money
great,
together. We could get us a star right now if we wanted
let's get
to.
a star,
Let's get a
a
star. I
DWST
want to get a
star.
star.
Um,
Yeah,
but now the one good thing that was in Vegas, oh my God, I don't even watch TV like that. All y'all know I'm not a big TV watcher. I like
Mhm.
anime, and I don't really watch real people like that. Except when I'm in a relationship, I'll watch it with the person I'm with. But especially when I'm single, anime all day.
Mhm.
So, but Netflix has Netflix Bites Cafe in Vegas in the MGM Grand. When I tell you that food was on point, like
Okay, I'm going back.
it was so good. Like
I'm going back.
it was the best short ribs I have ever eaten in my life. The drinks were on point. What is that show that that they get picked off like God.
Are you
It's a
talking
Korean
about
show.
Squid Games?
Squid Games. Yep.
Ooh.
Uh, I so the food I had I think was from Squid Game. So the food was the short ribs, and then they had these the drinks, and then they had this caramel drink, and it was everything was so amazing. And
Man,
they and the appetizer that you get for free when it comes out is popcorn. So it does have a little little thing there. It's
that
cute.
might have been gochujang on your little short ribs. It might have
It
been.
it
And
might have been.
you
It
don't
was
know.
girl, when I tell you it was on point.
It
Everything on
was
my
good.
plate was on point. I was last
You
couple of
licked the
bites, I
plate.
was like, I'm still gonna eat it. I was full. I I usually will
I'm gonna make room.
if I'm full, usually I won't eat like I'll eat until I'm full and I'm like, okay, everything else can go. Girl, that I was like, I got a little more space. Whew.
I can make this work.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't usually do that, but that it was so good. But yeah.
Ah, good.
So, so we've talked about our travel destinations. We've talked about our moving to different countries, whether we feel like it's necessary and whether we have a duty to our country. We've talked about some of our favorite travel destinations and our travel styles, and we've also talked about places that really weren't that exciting. So, in the comments down below, tell us about places that you've been that you would recommend to us, and possibly things that you would do if you went to some of the places that we thought weren't all that interesting.
Send
Um,
us all the good food.
and all the good food. You've been with us for
Don't
another
mention
episode.
no beignets. Don't even come over here with
No
no beignet
beignets.
talk because you're going to get very mad. Please leave that out of the comments.
No, but yeah. You've been with us for another episode of Different Walk Serious Talks. Thank you for being with us, and you have a great day.